What's your plan of action if it happens? Remove them from the plant and identify the plant. If you can figure out what that plant is, it's really helpful and it's really key for the vet to know. A lot of the initial treatment is going to be symptomatic and supportive, but going forward, it's really helpful to know what they're going to need. Remove them and everyone else. If you don't know exactly what the plant is, hedge your bets and pull everyone off that pasture. You might know exactly what it is if you found it in their mouth. Otherwise, if they're vomiting, you can get it in the vomitus as well. The second thing is we want to protect the esophagus. Keep him moving, okay? Keep them walking. And that is because I think in horses there's something about keeping them walking so the gut doesn't twist. I'm not a horse vet. In ruminants, we keep them moving because when they relax and they sit down, they're going to start chewing their cud. When they go into rest and digest, they're going to start bringing up food and chewing their cud. And a lot of those toxins are abrasive. They're going to cause damage touching any of the membranes, right? So we just want to keep it down at that point. We then want to give them a demulcent. Now, a demulcent means a substance that coats the lining of the mucous membranes and some of the gastrointestinal tract and will protect it from further irritation and further damage. At home, your egg whites and your whole milk are going to be fine. So you want 4 egg whites to 1 litre of whole milk, and you want to get that down, spread it on the gums and a little bit down the back of the throat. The rumen is massive. We can't hope to fill the rumen with this stuff, but we can at least protect the mouth, protect the esophagus going down, okay? And there is egg whites, there is a little bit, there is some evidence that it will bind certain toxins. Not all of them. It's certainly not an antidote in general. We wouldn't call it an antidote, but it does have some binding properties for some kinds of toxins. And then paraffin oil can be helpful as well. And paraffin oil can act as a demulcent. Paraffin specifically, and I'm not talking about the flammable stuff, it's a specific food type oil that you can get in bulk from the vet across the counter. It's a type of oil that's not absorbed, it's not digested at all, so it actually just coats the gastrointestinal tract and it acts as like a bit of a stimulant, so it helps things move through. We'll give it with cases of constipation and that kind of jazz. So you can give some of that 500 ml per sheep or goat. The problem with this is you cannot be forcing oral anything down the throat of an animal that's already vomiting. So if you really want to be doing this, if you catch it in the early stages, you go, no, I just saw him eat the ... Oh my goodness, there's a pile of rhododendron out there and the goats are eating them. Get up there and do this straight off the bat. The third thing we want to do is inactivate those toxins if possible. Now, charcoal does not work with everything, but it's certainly very helpful and it's certainly harmless, so long as you're not forcing it down on an animal that's struggling to breathe or is vomiting. So activated charcoal, some vets may sell it to you across the counter if you ask them, already made up in a slurry form with a sugary component to it. If not, then you can certainly buy it online and at human chemists. We've got the dose rate there. If you want to add some sugar, it's very messy. It's very, very messy, so be prepared, dress appropriately. Here's an image. It is black and it will go everywhere and your animals do not want it, okay? Now here's one that's in theory, I've never done it myself. You have the strong cold black tea. I've never given this myself because you have to give really large volumes and there are no clear guidelines on how much to give, but giving large volumes of anything, oral fluids, to an already stressed animal, it just has never posed itself as an option in my career. I would be going for the activated charcoal. Do that first because it's going to go everywhere, and then give the demulcent on the gums, rub it all over the gums and a little bit down the throat. And that's where you're going there. Okay, leave it at that.
As a vet, I can tell you owners are demanding more for the health and welfare of their animals than ever before. But it's hard to find accurate lifestyle block specific information. And you're not alone. I'm Dr Sez from Sez the Vet, and we would love to invite you to be part of our supportive Lifestyle Farming Academy with monthly live tutorials by yours truly and other experts, a live Q&A so you guide the discussion and feel supported, as well as access to all our in-depth animal health courses at a fraction of the cost. We ask for a small monthly subscription fee to back the course. We can't do it without you, and you'll have access to everything. Tutorials, webinars, all 13 of our courses, as well as bonus materials in soil health, fencing, and there's always more in the pipelines. Click on the link, we'll really look forward to seeing you there.